There's a new survey which shows just how difficult it can be for parents to save for retirement. Bankrate reports half of American parents say they sacrifice adding to their retirement savings by helping their adult children financially. But Bankrate personal finance writer Anne Smith is here to show everybody just how to break the habit without breaking the bank. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Some of the things that the survey found is that adult parents are helping adult children pay for student loans, health insurance, housing costs. Is this out of the norm, though? Haven't parents always done that kind of thing?
I think they have, but what's so surprising about this is now it's getting in the way of their retirement savings. And it's kind of building on top of the already ongoing retirement crisis in this country. People don't know how much they really need to be saving for retirement, or they're having difficulty saving at all. So when you throw this on top of it, it's alarming. And we want people to know that they need to sit down with their adult children and have an open and honest conversation about it, and maybe meet in the middle and come up with a plan that will work for both of them.
I'm just trying to look at some of the stats that we're showing here up on the screen. So I'm also curious, obviously this is affecting finances to a pretty high degree in some cases. When we say adult children, what are we talking about here? How old are these quote unquote kids that these parents are siphoning off their retirement savings to support?
Yeah, so we found, we defined adult children as 18 years and older, but we found adult children as old as 23 are still having certain bills paid for by their parents. So those include like student loans and health insurance. And we found that those big ticket items, people unanimously agree that they can be a little bit older when they start paying for them themselves.
The health insurance I get because folks want to stay on their parents' plan till age 26 because they can, and if they don't have a job, it's hard to get health insurance. But maybe should a good rule of thumb be that, students, if they can't afford to live on their own, to just live at home and contribute to the expenses and try to save up some money. That way they can, in the coming years, be able to pay their own expenses?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, but what's really important here is we're not telling people that they need to cut off their kids entirely right away. I spoke with a psychiatrist and she said, that can cause a lot of resentment from both parties. So a really good idea is to sit down and maybe come up with a compromise, and that could be a really great idea, moving back in and spending some for the rent. So yeah, that'd be a great idea.
But we talk about, the parents as the sandwich generation, right? They're supporting their kids and their parents.
Right.
So what advice do you have? Because I'm looking at the survey right here, and it's 51% of adults answered yes, they have put off their own funding of retirement to help their kids, or their adult kids. But what advice do you give to people? Because a lot of these people are also in some of the income brackets, which make it the worst case to be doing this.
Yeah, it's hard, and everyone's going to be different. So if you need help figuring that out, always reach out to an expert, like a financial advisor. That would be a great way to do it. Or talk with your spouse or your partner, whoever helps you manage your finances, and figure out what works best for you. It's going to be different for everyone.
When you looked at the different ages, that was part of the survey as well, where you looked at the average age that people covered various bills. And as you mentioned already, healthcare and student debt, that was the other one, they tend to pay for longer. What are some of the other ones that they sort of cut off earlier?
Yeah, so some of the smaller bills, so that would be things like cell phone plans or maybe subscription services, so like Netflix or Spotify. A lot of the boomers actually said that should be way younger, and it was interesting because millennials said maybe a little bit later. So there is kind of a disparity between the generations as well that we noticed. That was very interesting.
Hoping that a survey is coming out, because we just mentioned the sandwich generation, for adults who are caring for their adult parents, but we don't have time to get into that one, but I bet you guys are working on it. So, Anne Smith, Bankrate personal finance writer, thank you for being here on The Moon.
Thanks so much.